okay? Let's not pretend this wasn't one of the most insane moments in Doctor Who history. Season 15 didn't just give us a twist, it gave us the twist. Cutie Gatwa regenerating into Billie Piper. Not Rose Tyler, not the Bad Wolf, not a cameo. A full-on Doctor. And for weeks, fans were asking how, why, and who even thought this was possible. But here's the kicker, Billie Piper herself has finally spoken, and the way she tells it, it's equal parts shocking, messy, and strangely inevitable. Almost like the show had been building to this forbidden moment for years, and none of us saw it. Now, let me get personal for a second. I remember watching her first return back in 2008, Turn Left, Stolen Earth, Journey's End. That wasn't just TV, that was event television. Fast forward to 2025, and I'm watching the same actress, who once said she'd never come back in a big way, literally carrying the mantle of the Doctor. How does that even happen? And more importantly, what did Billie reveal about how it all went down? Let's start with the pain point. Fans were already fractured. Season 15 was divisive, the Disney deal collapse, the whispers of cancellation, the endless debates about Beat Generation Doctor Who was already on shaky ground. Then the regeneration scene hit, and the fandom basically imploded. Half the internet screamed genius. The other half screamed betrayal. So when Billie finally explained how she was convinced to return, how she was convinced to be the Doctor, it wasn't just trivia, it was ammunition. And here's where it gets juicy. According to Billie, this wasn't a last-minute gimmick, it wasn't a panic button. She revealed that Russell T Davies had been planting seeds with her for months. Secret meetings, late-night calls, scripts that weren't supposed to exist. She described it like she was being let into a vault of forbidden knowledge. Scripts where her name wasn't even printed, just coded initials. She didn't even tell her family at first, because the NDA was so strict it made the Time Lord Victorious arc look casual. Now let's loop this. If Billie Piper is telling the truth, and she has no reason not to, then this means Russell had planned her return before some of the Disney drama even hit the press. That's not a coincidence. That's strategy. Which raises the question, was this regeneration twist always meant to be the real finale to Disney's era with the show? Was it a parting gift or a parting grenade? And this is why you absolutely need to hit subscribe to my channel, because I promise you, we're not just scratching the surface here. We're diving into the kind of behind the scenes secrets and forbidden deals that BBC doesn't want openly discussed. If you want the truth, you're in the right place. Because here's the reveal Billie gave us. She didn't say yes because of money. She didn't say yes because of nostalgia. She said yes because she wanted to break the rules, her words. She wanted to do something that even shocked her. And if that doesn't give you chills, think about what that means for the future of the show. If Billie Piper as the Doctor is the new normal, then literally nothing is off limits anymore. So let's get into the meat of it. What did Billie actually say? In her interview, she described the moment Russell T Davies called her. And let me tell you, this wasn't your average, hey, want a cameo? Phone call. She said Russell opened with a question. What if Rose wasn't just the companion anymore? What if you were the Doctor? And according to Billie, she laughed. Straight up laughed. She thought it was a joke. Because for 20 years, she's been asked this same hypothetical by fans at conventions. Would you ever play the Doctor? And she always said no. Too strange, too complicated, too much pressure. But Russell, he didn't pitch it as a gimmick. He pitched it as inevitable. Here's her exact phrasing. Russell convinced me that the only way forward was to break the show's own rules. That's what Doctor Who has always done, challenge its own limits. Now, pause and think about that, because this isn't just Billie Piper talking. It's Russell's philosophy bleeding into her words, breaking rules, smashing limits. But here's the problem, fans are split. Some see it as bold reinvention, others see it as desperation. And that tension is why her revelation hit like a thunderclap across the fandom. But Billie didn't stop there. She revealed a second detail that almost nobody noticed. She said the script she first received wasn't a regeneration script. It was disguised. It read like a standard Rose Tyler return, cameo style, easy in, easy out, and then hidden in the final pages, a scene coded as The Change. No description, just Rose changes. When Billie asked Russell what that meant, he told her, it's not Rose, it's not the Bad Wolf, it's you. You're the Doctor now? That's when Billie says the room went silent. She realized this wasn't just a cameo, it wasn't even a multiverse trick. This was the BBC and Disney, at the time, betting the future of the franchise on her. And here's where I've got to ask you, because I know my audience is divided on this too. Imagine being in her shoes. If you were Billie Piper, would you have said yes? Or would you have said no and risk being remembered only as Rose forever? Drop your answer in the comments, because I genuinely want to know how you'd handle that pressure. Now, here's where the forbidden knowledge comes in, because Billie hinted that she wasn't the only actor Russell pitched this to. She wouldn't name names, but she confirmed that others were asked, others said no. Which means, think about this. There's an alternate timeline where maybe Catherine Tate, Freema Agyeman, or even Karen Gillan could have been handed the keys to the TARDIS instead. But they said no. Billie said yes. And that single choice changed the course of the entire franchise. And if you're wondering, yes, this also explains why the BBC kept everything locked down. Billie said her scripts were printed on red paper, so they couldn't be photocopied. Entire fake scenes were shot. The crew was told the regeneration was standard. Even the cast didn't know until the day of filming. When the cameras rolled, and Cutie was told to play the regeneration straight. But the moment Billie stepped forward, the room erupted. She said grown crew members cried on set. And this brings us back to the problem. Because while Billie's revelation feels inspiring, almost revolutionary, it also exposes just how much the show is willing to gamble now. No more safety nets, no more predictability. Which raises the ultimate question, did this choice save Doctor Who, or did it seal its fate?